Bourbon Barkeep. My name's Curtis, and if you're seeing me alone on screen, it's a House Call Wednesday. House Call Wednesday, we got a blind sample pool. We got a little battle going. We got Glass A, Glass B, put them together, pour them, score them. It's a fight to the death. Someone's gets finished. And that sounded oddly sexual as soon as it came out. Like, subscribe now. It only gets better downhill, uphill. I don't know. We'll see. Glass A. Oh my goodness. Whew. I smell it from here. I could tell you right now, there's brown sugar and maple all in this glass. You know those times to where like the professionals, they're like, wow, look at that color. You're like, why do I care? This is one of those times. This is like the epitome of what you would imagine just a good bourbon to look like. All right, on the nose, besides the brown sugar and maple. Yeah, we're in for a real treat. That's spearmint. So much dark brown sugar. Bananas Foster. I can't get around it. There's like a nice rum and like overripe banana, or like cooked, stewed banana. Man. A little bit of lemon zest in there. Whew. This is exhilarating just to smell. Some oak starting to come out, but there's also like this bright sweetness that kind of reminds me of cotton candy. This is a lot of dark tasting notes, and there's like this really ultra sweetness to it, to where my mind just kind of goes to that cotton candy, and now I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm excited for this. Can't wait. On the palate. Wow. That spearmint and mint continue and give this like nice liveliness to it, but almost every other tasting note goes this incredible richness. Wow. Where do we start? That finish is still going. Boy, am I here for that. Wow. Okay. Definitely a higher rye content. That mint is all over my mouth. There's so much toothpaste mixed in with this maple syrup that it's really bizarre to actually experience. That Banana Foster's starts to tame down a little bit, kind of in the background, but the brown sugar is like the Kool-Aid man just busting through the wall. Just here for it. Dark brown sugar, maple syrup, thick caramel, maybe even a butterscotch. What else we got in there? Is there a fruit? Like a dark cherry. I feel like the lemon does kind of continue, but whew, yes, please. Sip 2, for me, sip 2 was actually hotter, not in a bad way. I mean, this is very proofy for how mouth coating this is. It coats all around. Really here for that. But some chocolate and some coffee started to kind of come out. Palate and finish, I guess. Dark chocolate, so there is a slight bitterness to it, but for how sweet this brown sugar and maple syrup and banana is, it kind of rounds it out in a great way. Oak presence on the back of the palate. I mean, you really get a full experience from front to back, and that mint is just oddly refreshing. That is a fantastic pour. I don't know what it is, hence the blind piece. I just pray that it's reasonable and I can find it. Glass B, does it have a high bar? Absolutely. Does the color encourage me that this high bar may not be high enough for Glass B to not overcome? Yeah. A lot of colors on this this episode. But it is what it is, I guess. Let's see. okay, I see you. A lot more chocolate and coffee on the nose on this one. That banana still kind of comes through. A lot of oak. This is more like a toffee. This kind of goes into almost more of that barrel char starting to kind of come out a bit more. It goes shockingly darker to where that mint is completely gone, to where this seems like, I don't think I would put a rye against a bourbon, but that seems to what we have here. That mint is gone. I like what's happening. It's like this, I'm still gonna go dark chocolate, dark brown sugar, a lot of barrel char kind of coming through, almost like this burnt toast, which is you're kind of oddly excited for. So let's see what it tastes like on the palate. Oh, boy. That is. Yep. Love that. Love that. Like that. Okay. Front to back. Whew. Finish, not as long. Don't feel it going down to the esophagus. Is that because I've already had what seems to be a more high proof whiskey in front of it? Potentially. Still very mouth coating. My mouth is very watery actually for it. It wants more. That Banana Foster's does kind of start to come through even more so, to where, is it rum finished? First one, I'm going to go no. There was just too much rye spice. I don't know what rye would be rum finished. This one could be rum finished, but more because that Banana Foster's is just so prevalent. That brown sugar is so prevalent. This would be fantastic with a cigar. It would be so great. Dark cherry, chocolate, that coffee continues. Not a ton of oak, it's just there. Very well rounded. Yep. Like that. I want to sip two. Selfishly, I apologize. Here we are. Sip two had me rethinking things, not in terms of pleasantries. There's a little zing in there. There's a little rye spice. Now I'm questioning the rum finish. But that's why we do sip two, you know? Sip one, typically a liar. Sip two, what came out? We had a little more lemon in there, a little more, what is that? It's still that lemon, chocolate, coffee, maple syrup, butterscotch, maybe even like a not burnt, you just kind of left it on the frying pan, just a touch too long butterscotch. It started to caramelize even more, if that's possible. You bakers out there, easy on the comments. Tired of you bakers, all uptight with it. All right, these scores are gonna be not enjoyable for me to give, because these are very close, but not close in tasting notes, but I love them. Whew. All right, where we go, senses. We're going to score those. That's going to be, how much do we just enjoy it? We don't know price. We don't know age. We don't know label, which a lot of people care about for some reason at this point. And then we do bang for the buck. How much did both of these cost? We find that out. And then we do a bottle reveal. So cliffhanging stuff out there, especially if you didn't see the thumbnail. All right. The revisit. Those two letters are very important here. The revisit. Enjoyed that. Thank you for letting me do it. What we learned. These are extremely close in tasting profile. The finish kind of ramped up on, I guess, sip 3, if you will, on the revisit of glass B, to where I feel like I kind of docked it on sip 1. I think that was because it was just back-to-back high-proof pours. There we go. That was harder to get out than you would ever imagine. But I think it kind of boils down to, with them being so close, do you want this kind of minty brightness in your whiskey? And if you don't, this is a really easy decision for you. I kind of do. So glass A, we won't revisit a ton on the tasting notes because not a lot came out. But when you're putting them that close in terms of boom in your mouth, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Glass A, that's an 87. I really enjoy it. It definitely is close to fantastic. And it's firmly in the great pour. Glass B, since at least today, I really enjoy that mint piece, but I'm here for everything else that Glass B has to offer. I'm actually going to go 86. I mean, just right there, right there. Now, we don't know price. So we're gonna find that out now. I'm gonna start looking down because I have a laptop and the screen is only so big. And I feel like seeing my muffin top just so I can prove that there's a laptop isn't worth it for anybody, really. Battle, 141. It's a big one. Glass A, $100. Glass B, $75. If you're mint guy, which Glass A drinks more like a rye than Glass B, I kind of want to get off my finished rum ledge a little bit. But Glass A has a little bit more of that rye spice to it. I like it. I like that kind of brightness with the darkness that we've talked about in past episodes. These dark tasty notes are fantastic. I still think that both of these would pair phenomenal with a cigar. That brightness is kind of nice, and I want it. $100, that's a pretty big tier. We'll go 68. I for sure got my $100 worth. I don't feel like I should take that tier lightly, but I wouldn't pay above it. 110 maybe. Glass B, $75. I mean, how much do you want the mint? Is it $25 worth? Especially if both of these are gettable and you're repeatedly paying $100 or $75, sooner or later that 75 kind of catches up in a good way. So depending on how important that mint tasting note is, with almost identical tasting notes throughout everything else, I'm bang for the buck's going to take Glass A down. I'm going to go 74. I would pay $100. I would match Glass A, and I don't have to. I'm saving $25, and I get a pretty close tasting profile. Yeah, I'll do that. Now, time for the reveal. We got our battle 141. We got Old Forester barrel strength rye. My bottle, at least, 126.8 proof. Man, that is a smooth 125 plus proof. I mean, that's not overly hot. It finished long, but I'm not sitting there sweating it either. Man, that rye, I think, kind of takes down maybe that cinnamon and black pepper that never came out against B. Jack Daniel's barrel proof rye. Not finished in rum. That was a bold assumption. I have regrets not sipping it though. So my bottle, 132.8. That finish was lower than that. 133 proof, let's call it. We'll just round up. Holy hell. I'm happy I didn't guess. I was in like 120 range. I mean, is that credible? I don't know. Wow. Okay. I said banana a lot, and I didn't go there, but proud of myself. You try not to You don't want to guess. That's not the point. It's just, what do you taste and score it. That's the point. Bourbon Barkeep. Keep it professional. All right. Hopefully that helps. Those are 2 higher price tags. There you go. You want mint in your whiskey? Since it's a rye, I can't call it a bourbon. Keep it straight. If you want that mint, you go to the Old Forester. Love it. Fantastic pour. Worth $100, which is kind of tough to say. If you don't want that mint, cool. You just saved $25. Jack Daniel's, barrel proof rye. Good for you. Those have got to be lower ryes. I don't know, I did quote. I mean, they're just the ryes, just lower percentage, I would think. I don't know what the mash bill is because it's blind and I have so many notes in front of me. Wrapping up, like, subscribe. I definitely hope this one helped, especially when you start talking some of these higher priced bottles. But boy, do I enjoy when a blind pans out for just my own personal enjoyment. Enjoy.